Welcome back, everyone, to the Arizona Diamondbacks franchise here on MLB The Show 19. As today, our Diamondbacks are in a very weird spot, as we're in the playoffs most likely, but we're not really close to anyone. 10.5 back of the Dodgers, so we're not really in that race. And then in the wild card, as you can see, we're about to clinch if we win or if the Nationals lose. And then the Reds, who are currently the second wild card, are only a game ahead of the Nationals. So at this point, it's pretty much just a lock that we will be hosting the wild card game. So these last few weeks really are not that important for us as long as we don't massively choke. Then I think we should be fine. As you can see, 9 of our last 15 games are against those three teams I mentioned, the Dodgers, Nationals, and Reds. Dodgers have a division locked up, but I guess the team we play in the wild card, I guess, is going to be a closer race. So first, before we focus on the Major League game in today's episode, we got to look at the AAA squad as they are up 2-0 in the AAA semifinals. Here's a look at their stats so far through the playoffs. Some guys are playing really well, like Skaggs and Joe Adell. Some guys, like pretty much all the pitching rotation, Jared Kelenic, the new pickup, Kyler Murray, they're all struggling, but the team as a whole is playing good baseball, so it doesn't really matter. And before we hop into the game, Caleb Joseph actually tears a ligament in his finger. He'll be out 1 to 2 months, which is pretty significant because he is our only backup catcher on the Major League roster right now, so that's not particularly good. So, the Reno Aces 1 game away from advancing to the AAA championship, taking on the Oklahoma City Dodgers, who are the AAA affiliate of, guess who? The Los Angeles Dodgers. I know, shocker. On the mound of this one is Taylor Clark, who had an incredible regular season, I think a sub-2 ERA, but so far not doing too hot in the postseason as he has an ERA over 11 as he strikes out Nunez to start off the game, and then Mora swinging at an ugly curveball for the second out of the inning. As on the mound today for OKC would be Josiah Gray, who in one start in 4.1 innings allowed 2 earned runs, having himself an ERA of 4.15. Domingo Leyba on first with 2 outs as Alex Healy rips a single into center. That'll put 2 on, 2 out for the first baseman, Drew Ellis, who's more blind than Helen Keller, swinging at a fastball near the head almost. I don't know what he was swinging at. So now on to the second inning where things start to get a little bit interesting as the OKC Dodgers go deep. That's going to be a home run for the catcher, J.J. Schwartz, his first home run of the AAA postseason. And then not too long later, Perkins would go shopping gap deep into right center field, not coming back, as that's going to be a home run for Cameron Perkins, I believe that's his name, as OKC takes a 2-0 lead. And then the very next batter, Connor Wan, he's going to go pretty much the exact same spot as Perkins does in that right center field gap. And OKC takes a 3-0 lead. In a matter of 4 at-bats, they go yard 3 times. And the inning finally ends as Josiah Gray will go down on the circle change. Taylor Clark really struggling right now here in the postseason. So now on to the bottom of the second. Fuzzy Milkic starting off with a walk. Reno's bat's not doing too bad so far. However, Harmon Skaggs would strike out. So now let's go third inning. Nunez up at the dish as that one is a beauty to start off the inning going into left center field. And Nunez is easily able to get to second for a no-out double as Clark continuing to struggle. He does strike out Mora on the low 4-seam fastball. And then I don't really know what McLeod was trying to swing at. Pretty ugly pitch. So now let's go to the bottom of the third. Nice base knock for Reno. That's the second hit of the day for Domingo Leyba. However, the same cannot be said for Alex Healy as he grounds out to short. And this game will remain 3-0. Now into the fourth inning, we got ourselves what could have been a double play. However, Fuzzy Milkic decided to go to second. He was sure the runner was out, so he ran to the dugout. However, he was safe regardless, but it doesn't really matter as Harmon Skaggs is able to throw out the next batter. And that'll end the top of the 4th inning. Now let's go bottom 4. Joe Adell down the line and fair for a double as Adell will have to slide into second. This is a very nice opportunity. Couldn't get that out. Couldn't speak English there. Very nice opportunity for Reno. However, Harmon Skaggs would just go down looking, ending the inning. Still 3-0 is McLeod up here in the 5th. He's going to strike out. Taylor Clark pitching pretty well other than that disastrous second inning. And then in the 6th inning, Silvino Bronco now on the mound. He's going to strike out a batter. Carson Kelly in the bottom of the 6th will go down looking. Now let's go bottom 7 where things start to get interesting as Joe Adell is able to get to first safely. Bad throw from Mora, the third baseman. And then not too long later, Harmon Skaggs with a base hit. Joe Adell rounding second, headed to third. So now there's runners on the corners and 1 out for the Reno Aces, and on comes the pinch hitter, and it's going to be Jared Kelenic, hitting barely over 100 here in the postseason. He's not playing his best, and it looks like that's going to be a double play. However, the second baseman bobbles it. Kelenic safe at first, no throw. Joe Adell scores, and this game is now 3-1. Teams in California know a thing or two about choking 3-1 leads, as Domingo Leyva gets that one off of the pitcher, or that's Kyler Murray, sorry. Kyler Murray gets it off the pitcher. Josiah Gray a little bit banged up, and that would end his day as a new pitcher would come in. J.T. Chargois would try to finish this one out. So Domingo Leyva is in a very interesting position. 2 on, 2 outs. That one's a nice shot into center field. However, it doesn't quite have the carry as it would be caught, ending the bottom of the 7th inning. Reno does get some damage. They score a run, but are still down by 2 with just 2 innings left to go. So let's go to the 8th inning. Mora up at the dish as that one is a beauty. 5-4-3 double play. The Aces infield was more chemistry than a science project. Both runners were barely out. Now bottom 8, Carson Kelly up as Reno needs a rally, and that'll certainly help as Kelly, the former St. Louis Cardinal, will get a no-out single. Tie and run up, it's Alex Healy, and he's going to rip a single into left. So 2 on, no out for Reno. This is a very, very good opportunity. I keep using that word. I wanted to use something different, but it doesn't work. Milkic tries to lay the bunt, turns into a wild pitch. Runners out at third, and this game is still 3-1 as we head to the 9th inning. Lucius Summers on the mound. He strikes out Beatty. So now we go bottom 9. This is it. Yimi Garcia coming on the mound for his 3rd save of the postseason. So far, he's not done too great. Every right-handed batter has actually gotten a base hit against him. As now 2 outs, Abraham Almonte up, and that one will be caught by the right fielder. And the Oklahoma City Dodgers will survive, making this series 2-1 as they win the game by a final score of 3-1. 3 solo shots in the second inning would do the difference. Nice performance from Josiah Gray, going almost 7 strong. Taylor Clark with the loss, obviously allowing those 3 runs in the second inning. So we are going to quick manage game 4, but before that, we have another injury. Matt Andriese, a relief pitcher, is hurt. So now here in game 4, Reno puts up 2 in the second, giving us a 2-0 lead. Thomas Skopowski on the mound taking on Tony Goslin as the Aces put up another run, making it 3-0. Skopowski's day is done after 6. He pitched very well into the game with the Michael Kahn. He does his thing. Oklahoma City only at 4 hits so far. As now let's enter the bottom of the 9th, or the top of the 9th, sorry. Mickey Smythe, the closer, would enter. And I figured it'd be a good opportunity to jump into the game as first batter would ground out to Harmon Skaggs. So 1 away now here for Oklahoma City. Kendall now up at the dish. He rips a base knock into left field. That'll be a single. And then Alex Verdugo, he's sure that's a walk, but he's going to strike out instead. So the Dodgers are down to their last out. It's going to be Mora, and he rips a single into right. 2 on, 2 out for Oklahoma City. There's still a chance, however, this one would fly out into foul territory and right. Kyler Murray makes the catch, and Reno Aces will be advancing to the AAA championship, winning the series 3-1. Of course, for 1 game I play, they lose, and the 3 we sim, they win. As we watch them celebrate, at the time of a recording, I thought it was the championship, but it's not. There will be more Reno Aces later in the video, aka coming up right now. But first, of course, got to see the guys celebrating, and they will be taking on the Bulls or the Rail Riders in the championship, and sure enough, it would end up being the... Oh, I guess we'll see the standings first. So as you can see, the Diamondbacks have officially clinched the playoffs, and they will be hosting the wild card game as predicted. So they're going to be taking on the Scranton Rail Riders here in the championship, and apparently it's only a one-game series, so the winner of this game wins the AAA championship. Aces put up 2 in the first. By the way, this team is the AAA affiliate of the Yankees. As you can see, Domingo German is actually pitching for them. So now it's 2-1. German taken out of the game for J.A. Happ, who's also on the big league squad in real life. Now it's 3-1 as the team puts up more runs. Now in the 9th inning, who else but Mickey Smythe on to get the save, one of the best closers in AAA this year, as he gets Cabela to strike out. And just like that, Scranton is down to their final out of the game. It's going to be Adam Frazier, and he grounds out. Excellent play by Fuzzy Milkic, and the Reno Aces are AAA champions, as they were unable to do it last year. They were close. They lost in the semifinals, and this year they are able to do it, winning the series 1-0. I had no clue this was a one-game set, but it was. And Reno are the champions of AAA, as this is a very talented roster. A decent amount of these guys will be playing Major League Baseball next season. Guys like Mickey Smythe, he should be on the Diamondbacks bullpen next year. Maybe some of the bats like Kyler Murray get called up, or Joe Adell coming off a big postseason. Casey Sadler, the player of the game, solid 5 innings, only allowing 1 earned run. A little bit surprised it's him because he only pitched 5 innings, but at the same time, good for him, as here you go, your AAA champions of baseball, the Reno Aces. They were so close last year, but they do it this year. MLB postseason. This is AAA, not MLB. Don't know why they're showing that. So as you can see, of course, it is official. Our Aces are champions. So, let's head to the final game of the season. Diamondbacks sitting at 99-62. And we have an interesting race for a wild card. Reds are out. It's down to the Phillies and Nationals. Nationals are game ahead, but those two teams play each other at Nationals Park. So if the Phillies win, they will force a game 163. Meanwhile, the D-backs are going to take on the Reds to finish out the season. Arizona trying to get win number 100. Reds are now eliminated from playoff contention. We thought we'd see them in the wild card, but it turns out we won't. It'll be either Philadelphia or Washington. Taijuan Walker on the hill for game 162. He's had a really good year. 16-6, 2.79 ERA, 187 Ks. As here's Jesse Winker, one of the best contact hitters in baseball, going down on the 4-seam fastball. On the mound in this one today for Cincinnati would be Luis Castillo, their ace, 15-10. With a 3.1 ERA. He's had a very nice year. As the leadoff batter, Jared Kelenic, who's hitting 1,000 up to this point, he'll go down looking. So there goes his perfect average. Here's a look at the D-backs lineup. For whatever reason, Kelenic is rocking a Reds jersey. I don't know why, but Arizona going with the young guys in this one. Pavin Smith and Taijuan Walker are the only regular starters. So here's Rob with 2 Bs. Robertson up at the dish with 2 outs. That one is a deep shot. It'll go off of the wall in center field for a 2-out double. So Arizona has quite the opportunity here. It'll be the rookie Pavin Smith up at the dish, the only everyday position player who's actually getting playing time today, or at least getting the start, as he's going to hit a single. Rob Robertson scores, and Arizona will take a 1-0 lead. Nice RBI right there for Pavin Smith. So now into the second inning, Joey Gallo will strike out on the 12-6 curveball, the strikeout king, as that's number 2 on the day for Taijuan Walker. And then the catcher's up, Tucker Barnhart, with 2 out on a runner on. That one will go into the seats and right, as Cincinnati will take a 2-1 lead. Tucker Barnhart's 7th home run of the season. As nice shot right there for the veteran catcher, giving Cincinnati the lead. Now here is Ildiarmo Vargas up, and the left fielder misses it. Kelby Tomlinson had no clue whether he was going to catch it or not. Tomlinson probably could have scored, but instead he will have to only stay at third. So that'll put 2 on, 1 out for Taijuan Walker, who goes down looking. He's just a window shopper. And then 2 outs now for the leadoff hitter, Jared Kelenic. Weak pop out. Tucker Barnhart easily able to get it. Kelby Tomlinson sliding anyway, so this game will remain 2-1 as we head on to the third inning. Jose Peraza up at the dish, as that'll be a nice start to the frame. And Jared Kelenic is diving for it for whatever reason, and because of that, Peraza is able to get a double, so I don't really know what he was trying to do there. So that'll put a runner in scoring position. 1 out for Adam Eaton, who strikes out on the high cutter. Has a nice strikeout right there for Walker. Now into the third inning, Ketel Marte checks it. Better double check that. Didn't really look like he went around fully, but they'll call it a strikeout anyways. There's the NL Central standings. Cincinnati finished second behind the Milwaukee Brewers. As now onto the bottom, we're still in the bottom of the third, Carson Kelly up. That one gets by the center fielder. 1 run will score, and if Kelly had an ounce of speed, he probably could have gone home for an inside the park home run, but instead, he's just going to have to settle for a triple, his first of the season. And the D-backs will tie this game up at 2 apiece. And then not too long later, that's Abraham Almonte, the former Cleveland Indian, going yard into right field. So it really doesn't matter that Carson Kelly had to stay at third. Sorry, I said that strange, as Almonte goes yard, his first of the season. And the Diamondbacks will make this a 4-2 lead. Luis Castillo not having an ideal performance, as there goes Joey Gallo striking out right there. And then Yasiel Puig up, wash, rinse, repeat, as Puig would go down looking not too thrilled with the call. So now bottom 4, Jarred Kelenic back up. That one looks like it could go a long way, and that one is not quite a dinger. Kelenic thought it was, but he's going to have to round second and head to third base for a 2-out triple. Quite an opportunity here for the D-backs. I need to use another word other than opportunity, as Ketel Marte would just ground out. So it's all for nothing. Nice barehanded play by Jose Peraza to end the frame. Still 4-2 as we head to the 5th. Luis Castillo up. Pitcher-on-pitcher crime, and he's going to look at the cutter ending the frame. Bottom 5 now. Rob with 2 Bs. Robertson. That one will go into left field. Robertson rounding first, headed to second for his second of the afternoon. So that puts a runner in scoring position right away here for Arizona. Robertson's 4th of the season, as Abraham Almonte check swinging at the low fastball, ending the frame. And then into the 6th, Kelby Tomlinson is sure that one was a ball, however they're going to call him looking. So now top 7, they're going to say Joey Gallo was safe. Clearly looked like he was out. Brian Quinones definitely wants to question this call. Take another look. You can tell he's clearly out by a mile. I don't even know why this one was up for debate. And sure enough, the rookie manager would elect to challenge it. Definitely a no-brainer right there. He clearly was out. And then we're going to take a look at it from another angle. That just gives us more proof that Joey Gallo was out at first. And sure enough, the umpires would agree, as Joey Gallo would be out, as they're taking a while to decide for whatever reason. Finally, they agree with me. Gallo was out at first. And then later in the frame, Yasiel Puig up, as he's going to go deep into left field. So that challenge will actually cause the Reds to have one less run, as if Gallo was on first, this game would have been tied up. But instead, Eugenio Suarez will try to tie it up. He's awfully close to doing so, as that one will go off of the wall. Kelenic having trouble getting it, and Eugenio Suarez will get the double. Tucker Barnhart striking out, so that'll put 2 outs. Suarez on second, and that'll be Seymour Johnson, I believe his name is, will get a single. Kelenic's throw nowhere near home plate, and that will tie this game up at 4 apiece. So the game is tied regardless. Now into the bottom of the 8th, Carson Kelly up. Questionable call right there by the umpires. Richard Rodriguez on the mound, and he will plunk Abraham Almonte. So that gives Arizona quite the opportunity here. Almonte trying to swipe second, but Tucker Barnhart, part-time ball player, full-time sniper, he gets him out. And then Kelby Tomlinson with 2 gone. He would actually rip a single into center. If Almonte had stolen second, he probably could have scored. And Guillermo Vargas, that one has a nice shot into right. However, it would be caught, ending the 8th inning. So this game is still tied up at 4 apiece. Mickey Smythe on the mound for his Major League debut. The second-round pick in the 2019 MLB Amateur Draft, only 18 years old. His first batter would line out to short. Nice play right there by Kelby Tomlinson for the first out of the inning. Yasiel Puig not too thrilled, but he has to be impressed by the nice defensive play, as with 2 outs. That one gets by both Smith and Vargas for a base hit. Next batter would be Johnson, and that one goes up the middle just a little. So now 2 on, 2 outs for Cincinnati. The pinch hitter would come up, and he would, sure enough, fly out. Pavin Smith able to make the play. So this game would remain 4-4 as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Can the Diamondbacks get a walk-off? Jarred Kelenic strikes out. So the Diamondbacks would not. So we're going to head to the 10th inning. First batter of the frame, Jose Peraza up. And he is going upstairs where Grandma hides for cookies for a home run off of the veteran Brandon Kintzler, not Mickey Smythe, as that's Peraza's 10th of the season, and Cincinnati takes the lead. And then the batter after that, Adam Eaton, would be shopping gap for a double that would quickly end Brandon Kintzler's day. And Joey Gallo would strike out on the slider. 2 outs, runner on third. First strikeout of the day for the former Giant Tony Watson, as Yasiel Puig would fly out to right field. Almonte chasing after it, making the play, ending the top of the 10th. So the Diamondbacks are down as we head to the bottom of the frame. Raisel Iglesias on for the save. He has more saves this year, believe it or not, than Archie Bradley, which is pretty crazy, as with 1 out, the rookie Pavin Smith would fly out to center. Decently far shot, but it would be caught by Eaton for the second out of the inning. And then the final hope would be the pinch hitter, Jake Lamb. Arizona wanted to put up their better bats as Lamb. He would be more blind than Helen Keller. I don't know what he was swinging at. Inside slider could have plunked him theoretically. And the Cincinnati Reds get the win by a final score of 5-4, and they will finish their season off with an 85-77 record. Diamondbacks, meanwhile, will finish 99-63, unable to quite reach the triple digits, but I'm sure the D-backs have to be happy with 99 wins. So looking at the rest of the league, Yankees win the AL East, Red Sox as a wild card, Indians win the Central, A's win the West with the Astros as a wild card, and then Boston and Houston will be facing off for the NL wild card. Braves win their division, Phillies beat the Nationals, so they need a game 163. Brewers win the Central, Dodgers win the West, winning 113 games, and of course our Diamondbacks get the first wild card spot. So we have to see what happens with the Phillies and the Nationals, and sure enough, it's Philadelphia who gets the win by a score of 5-2. So something pretty interesting is that Philadelphia decided not to rock with their ace for this game, Aaron Nola. They wanted to save him in case they won, and they ended up starting Nick Pivetta. Meanwhile, Washington, they just wanted to make sure they would get the dub. They went with their ace Max Scherzer, and it did not work out for the Nats, as Scherzer ends up getting the loss. Jake Arrieta, in an inning of relief, gets the win. So the Phillies actually get to use Aaron Nola here in the wildcard game against Robbie Ray. That'll be next episode. Hope you are ready. That'll most likely be a premiere on Friday, so make sure to stay tuned for that.